action. Miss Deborah, how are you?
I'm fine, Morah. Edith, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, boys and girls. If you're in the 3rd or 4th grade, you are going to have Miss Deborah, and she's going to be teaching something called Shalom Learning, which is a wonderful program, a wonderful program. But in the meantime, we're just going to get to know Miss Deborah a little bit. And first of all, Miss Deborah, how many years have you worked at Bethel?
I think, well, we moved here 17 years ago, so it's been like 16 and a half years.
It's a lot of years. It's a lot of years. That's right. Absolutely. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions so we can get to know you, and just let me hear it. So the first question is, what is your favorite Jewish holiday?
And that was an easy question. It's Passover, because in the beginning of our Haggadah, they talk about how different ways that people are enslaved. You know, even though we're free people, there's still ways that your body or your mind can be enslaved. And then there's 2 pages. I mean, it's not very long, but one of them is that you can't tell people that you're Jewish, and that's a type of enslavement. So it's different than working, hard for somebody and being enslaved that way.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay. Passover. All right. Very good. That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you have a favorite Jewish food?
Okay, so that one was hard. I had to think about that one. So I came up with teglach, which a lot of people don't even know what that is. But my grandmother made the best teglach. I'll show them. And she gave me her recipe. And when Shira was really little, our youngest, she used to roll the dough into balls.
Yeah.
And first she rolled them into snakes, and then she chopped them and then rolled them. And so I think, besides it has lots of honey, that's, I think, why it might be between my grandmother and my daughter. That's kind of why.
Oh yeah. Smells and sights and all those things, that really brings nice memories. Always. Well, do you have any hobbies, Miss Deborah?
So since I've moved here, I haven't had a lot of time for hobbies, but I've sewn. I like to do crafts. I have a room downstairs that hasn't really been touched of craft items, art, gardening. Gardening I've done, but the soil here is not as good as Iowa.
Oh man, you guys from Iowa, I don't know.
I know, but it's really hard to grow things here.
Okay.
Garden there. I have sunflowers here, but nothing like what we had in Cedar Rapids. So
okay.
I don't know.
Right.
And I'd love to do, we built one house in Cedar Rapids, and my first love was interior design. And so I designed the inside of our house. So that was my biggest disappointment when we left Cedar Rapids. I had to leave my favorite house.
There you go. I learned something new about you. I didn't know that. What about, did you have a favorite Hebrew school teacher growing up?
Yes, I did. That one was easy also. That was Rabbi Miller. I don't know what his real name was. I mean, his first name, he was Rabbi Miller. And he was our Hebrew school teacher. And we had 3 different teachers, and we would rotate the first 3 years and then the next 3 years. And so my 8th grade, when I was in 8th grade, I had him. And we would read out the Chumash word for word. We probably had vowels. And then we would translate and discuss like the rabbis. And that, I think that's part of why I like teaching Torah and stuff like that.
Nice.
He treated us like adults, I think.
That's important. That's important also. Yeah.
It was great.
Well, great. That's wonderful. Last question. Give me a fond memory of Bethel when we used to be able to come in the building.
Well, I loved being with the kids, and we would play games and stuff, like different things like that, whether it was a learning game or so maybe my fondest memory is doing Hebrew with you and the kids.
Oh, we had a good time.
I learned along with the kids, or it refreshed my Hebrew.
There you go. There you go.
Rapids, it was a Reformed congregation, and they didn't wear a tallis or a kippah. They didn't do much Hebrew.
Yeah.
And all I taught there was prayer Hebrew.
Yeah, yeah,
So I lost a lot of my conversational Hebrew
yeah.
being there for
Wonderful.
so long. But yeah,
Okay,
with you.
there
And
you go.
it was
Well,
all
Miss Deborah, I wanted to say thank you very much for taking the time to do this. I appreciate it. And guess what? We're going to start school on Sunday. So those third and fourth graders are so lucky to have you. And we hope that you have a wonderful school year. And boys and girls, you're going to have a lot of fun, I promise.
and I know most of them from preschool too.
There
So
you go. There you
looking
go.
forward to seeing them again. It'll be
Good,
fun.
good.
Just
All
put it in.
right. Thank you so much. We'll see you on Sunday.
Thanks, Morah, ED.
Thank you.